Ladies and gentlemen, I'm joined by Jack Shaw, and he's in his hotel room waiting to go to Fight Island. Firstly, how cool does Fight Island look and the whole concept of it? Because I've asked a couple of fighters, and I think it's pretty sick. I think it's pretty exceptional kind of thing that's happening. Must be pretty buzzing to get on that card for it.
Yeah, obviously, I'm over the moon to get a match up. There's only going to be so many fighters when you look in 5-10 years time and say who are the guys that stepped up and fought when the world was in shutdown. So to be part of that list and part of that sort of 100 guys who've stepped up and gone to an island that's secluded to fight is going to be awesome. It like you say, it looks the part as well. I know officially the cage isn't on the beach, but you've got the cage on the beach for the photos. You've got the hotels are all in a segregated area. So I'm not just looking forward now to getting this quarantine out the way here and getting over there and making the most of it.
And good news was, like we say, you got a replacement fighter, Aaron Phillips, stepping in. He's on a good run and a good streak himself, but it's good that you got someone to come in because obviously that was a big kind of concern. We knew that I think a lot of fighters are going to be ready, as in there's a lot of guys and girls who are going to be on the phone to the UFC if there's dropouts and step outs because there's nothing going on. So there's an opportunity for people to step in and fight.
Yeah, well, this is my fourth opponent. I think I got told a couple of weeks ago that they'd wanted me on. It was originally meant to be Geraldo. I was due to fight in London. He couldn't make it then after about a week for some reason. They had another American guy in who couldn't fight. Then they obviously booked me with Dos Santos, released that fight, and then he got tested positive. So we're fourth time lucky is the new saying. But obviously, big respect to Aaron jumping in. Like you said, it is a short notice fight, I suppose, for him. But like you said, there's a lot of guys out there who, when this was announced sort of 4 or 5 weeks ago, I imagine started staying ready because they knew this sort of thing was going to go on, especially with all the testing and us not knowing if we got the virus or not. Is obviously going to have complications and dropouts. So you'd be a fool not to stay fit and ready.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I was speaking with Brett Johns, and he was saying obviously kind of switching camps, coming to your place more. What kind of he's been there before anyway. I know you guys cross-train in the past and you have done for a while. And what kind of difference do you feel it's made for you guys having him more full-time, so to speak, with you guys around as well as having Brett training with you?
Yeah, it's great to have Brett now, obviously part of the team. He's just obviously, he's an elite level fighter wherever you want, especially in terms of MMA, the way he wrestles and grapples and his striking, the way he gels it all in, he's an elite level guy and, someone who's been at that level now for probably 5-6 years, realistically. So to be sparring with him and picking his brains every day and having him, put me through the tumble dryer, as I say, every single day, it's only going to bring me on. And I like to think that, him sparring with me every day is going to improve his skill set as well, which hopefully it works both ways of us. We've got a good, strong team there now, especially with the young up-and-comers. So it was just as if, for me, like I had the veteran guys there and the young up-and-comers, but just having that guy there now who's, top 10, 15 in the world, in my opinion, is the final piece to the puzzle. And it just goes to show the strength we got as a team now, when you think there's 4 fighters in Wales in the UFC and 3 of them are training with us, so it's been although it hasn't been our normal camp because of the lockdown and everything like that. It's been great to have him there. Us have a similar date set and for us just to both grind and push towards that. The final fight night for the 15th for me and the 18th for Brett.
Yeah, I was going to say because obviously with your wrestling side, but he's got the judo, so the pair of you can just trade that information. That was one of the things that I kind of thought about, day in, day out training. It's going to work well because you can obviously build that defense with guys who have got the strong judoka background, but whereas he gets that wrestling, the pair of you can kind of just improve in that way tenfold.
Yeah, just everything he brings to the table, like especially in the wrestling department, like his offensive, his wrestling, his defensive wrestling, then obviously your wall work as well. Like I've never felt someone so strong and so good at controlling you when they've got you pinned against that cage. Like it's like I always hit him. It's like grappling with a friggin' fridge freezer when he pins you on the cage. It's like there's very little occasions where there's a way out of there. So it's great for me, because obviously, fight. The big question for us UK guys going into the UFC is, can they wrestle? You know, what are they going to stop the Americans and the Russians taking them down? You know, if I'm training with Brett every single day, then what better practice?
Yeah, absolutely. And look, the kind of momentum you've got yourself is insane. Like you've done so well so far in this UFC kind of run that you've had. It's just been great. You must feel a great bit of confidence in yourself. 'Cause obviously, going into the UFC is a step up. And there's some guys that go in, and girls that go in, there's the jitters, it hits them. Sometimes they're just so flat when they go in for their debut. But since the start, you've not really had that kind of jilt yet. You just I assume it's obviously the people around you that help with that kind of, with the maturity thing. But you've just have a kind of air of confidence about you, man. It's been great to watch.
Yeah, like, you know, I've always been the same in my career. I've never been the trash talker or the mouthy guy. I've always been sort of humble and, you know, just been true to myself. So I think because I don't put this act on and I don't try and impress people by not being myself, I don't feel the pressure when I go in. You know, people know what I bring to the table as far as fighting is concerned. They know the skills I have and they know I always back it up. And I'm quietly confident in my skills and they know what to expect from me when I go out there. I mean, like I keep saying to people, I'm a lifelong martial artist. And I've been doing this in sport or sports similar to this since I was 6 years of age. So when it comes to sort of fighting in front of thousands of people, or in this case, fighting in front of no one, you know, the changes like that won't really affect me mentally because I've been competing and training for so long. It was just another day at the office for me, and you know the UFC debut felt a lot easier than the sort of the Cage Warriors main events where, you know, I'm fighting last on and the whole show is built around me and everyone's waiting in anticipation for me to walk out. Whereas, you know, the first UFC fight, I said it to you before, I felt like going back to my amateur days, you know, fighting at 5 o'clock in the afternoon. No one's really asked apart from the Welsh guys that I'm fighting. So it just felt, it was one of them. And, you know, obviously I don't want to be first on every single time. I'm not sure where I even am on the card this time, but obviously I want to progress to the higher up spots on the card. That comes with being one of the best in the world. But, you know, regardless, whether it's first on, fifth on or last on, you know, I'll still go in there the same way and perform to the best that I can.
Now, the bantamweight division is on fire at the moment. It's absolutely on fire. It's disgustingly stacked. You got Cody back. I spoke to Brett Johns though. You got Cody back, which is a good thing. Got that win against Hassan Sao. Those question marks. He'd perform well, but then you get the additions. You got your Jose Aldo's come into the bantamweight division, and your Frankie Edgar's dropping down. Being a Frankie Edgar fan yourself, that must be a bit like, ooh, this could be tempting. If you get a couple of wins, you might get. You never know. You never know what might get offered to you.
Yeah.
What does that say to you though, with those guys coming into the division as well? Like you've got Frankie and Aldo, and you know it's just getting even deeper now, that division.
Well, like you said, it's just a mix from start to finish. You know, you've got the up and comers like Sean O'Malley. Then you've got, you know, like the top 5 guys who are in their prime. You know, like I know, like you got your Cody Garbrandt, even you've got Peter Yan. You've got I know Dillashaw's banned, but you've got like Dillashaw, Sunsao, and then obviously you've got the older school legends who are still looking sharp, like Aldo and Frankie Edgar coming into the mix. It's just stacked from top to bottom, even outside like the top 15. Look at guys like Cody Stanman, Brian Keller, you know, myself. Even outside like the recognisable names, there's no easy fights there. Like you're not going to get much of any. That's how it should be in the UFC, but especially at like bantamweight, you know, it's starting to become now one of them standout weights where every single fight is you know, people got their eyes on it because they think, is this the next guy that's going to be, you know, in the mix with those big names? It's just a great time to be part of the division. And as far as you know, I fanboy Frankie Edgar, as everyone knows, and I'm just buzzing. You know, when they asked me to cause originally they asked me to fight on the 18th card, the same as Brett, and then they told me my fight was being moved forward, and then I seen Frank Edgar was on the card, so I was like, oh, well, that's not a bad thing. So I given a story and got a message out to Frank. You know, he messaged me, let's get after it. So, you know, I'm a fanboy of him, John Old Frank. So it's going to be great to be around those type of legends. You know, Aldo was fighting Yan not even the week before. You know, a couple of days before, and then it's a big couple of days for the UFC. But obviously, there's some legends out on the island too. So just to be mixing in with them guys and being around them, I'm sure it'll be something. It'll be another good experience for me to add.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, it's a great experience. I just think, to myself, I think there's so many exciting matchups now in the bantamweight division. You're kind of spoilt for choice. It must be like for a matchmaker. I ain't got to admit, it's going to be a hard one to pick because there's too many good fights and there's not enough time. It feels like you think, oh man, if only you could just stick these guys in the machine to make them recover so they can fight again quickly, you know. But as you're saying, up and coming like yourself, you must be super stoked seeing the guys now because that division's just going on a whole new way. And with Brett helping you out with the camps and training, the two is just coming up together, raising the Welsh flag. Like you say, you've also got John Phillips and you've got Jack Marshman as well. And you know, the Welsh MMA, like I said before, and I say it again, it's just going on the up, and it's fantastic to see, you know. And I am going to get over when the borders open up Sunday to see that facility because it does look absolutely stellar. The Shore MMA facility, folks. If you've not checked it out already, it's insanely good. It's top draw. Did you find then with COVID? Was there a little bit of a restriction with the people that can train, like that was able to make it to training, so to speak? Did that have any factor, or were you okay with the numbers that you were getting in?
Yeah, obviously it's different to what we're used to. We were used to, 5 nights a week, the gym being packed from top to bottom. We obviously with the COVID being having everyone locked down, the gym's closed. A couple of weeks back, the pros got the green light to train. So obviously we've just been keeping it to the pro guys at the minute. There's a lot of guys in there now similar size to me and Brett, featherweights and bantamweights and a couple of lightweights as well. So we've made use of the boys and they've been a great help, to step in when they've not necessarily got fights coming for a good couple of weeks or months yet. They've been a massive help to us. And obviously I'm Brett there as well. We've managed to get a very good camp in and sharpen up very well. I feel even with the adversity of the gym being closed, our coaches have managed to still give us the same time that we would have normally. The only difference is we're not attending the regular classes. Like your Wednesday night jiu-jitsu and your Friday night open mat, stuff like that. And we're not in the gym. Usually I'll rock up to the gym 9 o'clock or 8 o'clock in the morning. I'm there most of the day, whereas obviously I'm opening up for myself to use the treadmill, locking up, and then obviously I'm the next one back in before the boys are training in the night. So it's been a little bit different to what we're used to, but I think we've still had a great camp and we're both ready to go.
Yeah, it's good because obviously, like you say, it was just trying to work around it. I think for a lot of fighters, it was just thinking it's just not going to be the norm. Like you say, I've seen videos posted of the jiu-jitsu classes, and there's like you're looking for the mat, it's absolutely packed, and obviously it'll just be quiet in there. I suppose it'll help though. One thing I thought about was when you guys are cornering, when your dad's shouting instructions, the other corner's going to hear each other. You're going to hear each other, but your dad's accent, you might get away with it. Oh.
Yeah, that's we actually talked about this because obviously you've got a lot of the coaches nowadays, even with the fans, they're using code words. Yeah. I know for like Frank Yegg, coaches big in with the Americans love it, and they code, whereas we've never sort of done that. We've always just kept we're not. Then my old man's not overly detailed in it's just little trigger points, Yes. But like you said, with the accent, I doubt they can't understand him in the corner when he's on the TV anyway, with the crowd in there, so and mic'd up. So good luck to him if they're relying on you and him and his corner advice to get a guy through the fight. Then they're gonna have a tough job, especially with our accents.
Yeah, it was just a little thing I was thinking about. I thought it'd be quite funny because of his hair going, are they using codes? No, it's not codes. It's not codes. Yeah, it's gonna be great to watch because I'm interested to see it as well, man. The whole setup and the whole venue thing when it's on.
It happened with I remember when Marshman fought in New York. They mic'd my old man up obviously, and he came in a corner, and I think Joe Rogan said something along the lines that they sound like something out of Snatch. Like the gypsy. So I said. I never had my accent compared to to Mickey out of Snatch before, but we'll take it, mean as Joe Rogan said it.
Yeah, exactly. It's not a bad one, yeah. Man, honestly, I'm looking forward to the matchups. I'm buzzing that you got the match. I'm happy that you got a step in because I think it's about time we get you back in the cage again. It's especially with the momentum you've got and the performances you've been putting on. I think a lot of people need to pay attention to you as a fighter in that bantamweight division. It's obviously, like we said before, it's so stacked. I can understand why people might not focus on certain fighters because it's hard to keep an eye on everyone because there's too many. But like you and Brett, man, honestly, I can't wait to see the performances you guys throw out there, man, coming up. It's going to be so good for UK MMA as a whole.
Yeah, it's big news. It's good to see a lot of UK guys getting their shots on this card. Especially people who missed out in London, like obviously Molly McCann,
Fishy as
Jay
well.
Herbert, Mark Casey, Joe Duffy's back as well. Which it's great to see Joe back in there. There's so many UK guys now that, because let's be realistic. When this lockdown first happened, there was talk of no flights till next year. I thought we're never going to fight this year. I thought we just as well write it off and get ready for London next year. But
I thought you said get fat.
well, yeah, and that. But I see. Obviously, all the Americans they had shows in Jacksonville and Vegas, and I thought it's just going to be one of them where we're just going to have to eat the sour grapes, and sit on the sideline. But obviously, to put this on and give the Europeans and the British guys their shout is obviously great move by the UFC, and it keeps the ball rolling, doesn't it? Like you said. Yeah. If I didn't fight for a year now, till say if I didn't fight till the beginning of next year, that would have been 15, 16 months out of the cage. I mean, look how far a division can move in 16 months. You compare the bantamweight division to where it was 16 months ago. It's a completely different space. So it would have been a shame to sit on the sideline for that long. So I'm just grateful to the UFC for not just obviously putting on the shows in the island, but giving me the opportunity as well.
Yeah, it is. It's great, man. And look, I can't wait to watch it. I know everyone else watching this is looking forward to it. But before I let you shoot off, mate, of course, as always, how much of a teaser was that when Noel Gallagher put out that sample, that Oasis tape, that last song they did? Whoa!
I knew it was coming on when he said, "Oh, look, there's a new Oasis song coming out." I said to the boys, I said, "It's not really an Oasis song." I said, "Liam's not going to be on it." I said, "We know that. It's going to be a fucking Noel song." So, as good as it was, it did have like an Oasis vibe to it, didn't it? A bit more than Noel's sort of single stuff now. But you could, it wasn't. Let's be honest, we all wanted to hear the pair of them on there, if we're being truthful. The fact that it was just Noel singing was a bit of an anticlimax. I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah. I was gutted. I messaged my mate and went, honestly, I called him obscenities. I put it that way. He sent it to me.
Again.
Yeah, he was loving it though, and Liam was like, "Nah, not having that." But look, mate, who knows what the future holds? COVID might have changed Noel's perception on life, and he might just get over it and bite the bullet and get back. But I'm still holding out. But before I let you go, Jack, give us your social media as always. Give us your sponsors, and of course, shout out to anyone who's helped you out, anyone feel like you've missed out.
Yeah, Jack Show MMA pretty much on everything. Jack Tank Show on Facebook as well. Obviously, shout out to all my sponsors. I got too many to name individually. Special mention to obviously Big Jack Evans and Lee Batchelor as well. And also all my coaches for helping out during this, during this pandemic. I mean, I know we don't take it as serious as we should, but realistically, they are putting their help on the line to help me. So obviously, my old man. Carl and Gary as well, to all and all my teammates, all the boys in the gym that have been there the last couple of weeks, just pushing me along, helping me get ready, and my missus as well. I got a shout out to my missus and my new little dog as well. See him on the social, little dog. I'll give him his first shout out. But yeah, my missus, my mum, my sister. My father and mother-in-law as well, all supported me. It'd been tough times, training for a fight in lockdown, but we've got through it and we're rearing to go. So shout out to everyone and all my friends for their support and all my fans and everyone who supports me online as well. Hopefully now, we are 10 months out of the cage or thereabouts, so it's time to get our ball rolling again. I know everyone is just as eager for me to get back in there as I am personally, so let's get the show back on the road, as they say.
Let's get it back on, yeah. And is Enzo boxing related by any chance, the name?
Well, it's a funny story just before we wrap it up. I'll give it to you. To me, it was boxing related. Obviously, got Enzo Calzaghe.
That's who I was thinking.
Me and my girlfriend, during the lockdown, I don't know if you've seen, we've been binge watching Vampire Diaries. It's been 8 seasons, friggin' 25 odd episodes. It's just a chore to get through it in the end. But there's a guy on there, Enzo, and we knew we had this dog. We didn't want to name it. She was like, I quite like the name Enzo. So straight away in my head, I'm thinking Enzo Mark, Enzo Calzaghe. Like, yeah, we'll settle for Enzo. So that was the happy medium with the dog.
Yeah, to her it's Vampire Diaries too. Boxing lads, yeah, proper boxing, yeah. That's a beller, mate. I like that. I like that story because that's what I went to, boxing. I wasn't thinking Vampire Diaries, as you could tell.
But it was either I wanted like Tyson or Cassius or something like that. But
Yeah.
it's a little Shih Tzu cross with a Bichon free, so I don't think Tyson would have been the right name for it.
Oh no, yeah, Liam maybe get away with Liam. Right, mate. Honestly, have a good fight, have a good time, mate, and enjoy the hotel for the next few days, of course. But
Yeah.
I'll
The last one, I will have a good fight.
yeah.